I'm going to live completely out of my Robinhood brokerage. And I got this idea from several YouTubers. I'll put them down in the description below. But basically, it's an amazing concept. It's you put all your money, all your income, your rental income, your whatever, any money that touches your hands, you put that directly into the brokerage. It sits in the brokerage until when you need it. While it's sitting there, you invest it, and you live off margin basically to supplement your income. Now, you can only do this if you are cash positive, if you have a really big difference between what goes out versus what goes in. So you have to be in the green significantly. They say $500. I would do more than that, at least $1,000 to $1,500 minimum, because you can get margin called. So let me just go through all of this. My net daily pay is about $854.65. The goal is to replace half of my shifts, which is so I could go part-time. So $854, I work 16 shifts, so half of that, which equates to $6,837. Let's bump it up a little bit, to $7,500. Just, because dividends fluctuate, especially the ones that I got, the weekly payers, they fluctuate depending on the market and the underlying. So currently I'm making around $2,000 plus or minus, and $1,500 in options. So what I want to do is replace at least $3,000, $3,000 to $4,000 in from my portfolio. Getting that from my portfolio, in addition to what I'm already getting, which is like around $1,700 in dividends and $1,500 in options. So I want to replace that half so I can go part-time. That way it'll take care of my health insurance and any other bills, and then I can still work because I'm a little too young to retire right now, and I do like my job. So the plan is to reinvest in weekly dividends, HOW, AMDW, Chippy, Ulti. The bulk of the money will come from there. We also have monthly dividends, XPay, JEPQ, and then SCHG, SCHG. And we're putting any money that comes my way straight into the Robinhood brokerage. Once it gets there, I can use half of it for margin, and monthly bills are currently $12,676. So if I'm able to, I don't know why that says that, I'm able to allocate half of my income to margin, that expands my margin, not necessarily using it, but so that I have access to it is great. Around 7K can be added to margin monthly, but I'm just gonna limit my margin to 35K. The reason why I'm doing that is because when the market downturns or something happens like the tariffs or COVID or anything, and then the market just drops, that is the time where I want to use my margin completely to buy stocks on sale. I think of it as a sale, and that's what I'll be doing. So here's the game plan. Basically what I'm going to do is everything that is coming into the account, coming into my hands as income, I'm going to put it directly into Robinhood. Robinhood is going to give me half for margin. I'm going to use some of that to invest in weekly dividends. My favorite is AMDW, but I think I'm going to lay off of that one for a little bit and focus more on Chippy and Ulti and a JEPQ. I'm going to add JEPQ in there. Once I'm making about $500 a month on these, I'm going to go ahead and start going into XPay, TDAC, and Eggy. Once I get $250 from those, then I'm going to go ahead and work myself into the quarterlies, which are a little more stable, and I'm going to do SCHG. We're going to run into that one, and I like SPMO too, just for growth and stability. Those are the ones that I'm doing. So I have a surplus. My cash flow is in the positive by a couple thousand. So I am going to be using that extra money. And I'm going to be putting those in that order: weekly, then monthly, then quarterly. And we are going to cap the margin at $35,000. And the reason why I'm doing that is because just in case, like it goes down, the market goes down, I want to buy more SPMO, basically the quarterly ones, the growth ones. That's what I want to buy. So, and then my option income, I'm definitely going to do DRAM. I like DRAM and SOXL while they're hot, while the market is in those like tech. I'm going to be doing that, and we'll see. So that's my tentative plan. It's just I want to make another $6,000 in dividends or option income or option income. I'm going to be reinvesting in the weeklies first, and then the monthlies, and then quarterlies. Or I don't know, I might change up on you guys, and I might invest equally among those three categories. And I'm going to just monitor my margin and see how much I can use and not use, and be safe about it. I've seen a couple of YouTubers on here. They're doing a fantastic job, and they've completely like doubled their portfolio doing that method of just dumping everything into Robinhood and going from there. And that's what I'm trying to do. I'm going to try and put out these videos every other every week to monitor the status, and it's just a financial experiment that I'm doing, and I'm going to document the results. So stay tuned.